The movie opens up with the evil Dr. Ivo Robotnik narrating that it has been 243 days since he was banished to Mushroom Planet. He claims that he has been alone for that long, but this has not dulled his mind, and he has been working on various projects side by side. This has included him trying to perfect mushroom coffee with no success. However, on day 243, he has managed to make progress in his plan to return to planet Earth and take down Sonic the Hedgehog and the bane of his existence. Dr. Evo claims that if his calculations are accurate, then he can use the quill he got from Sonic to open a portal that will lead him back home. As he plugs the quill into a machine, it generates an electric wave so intense that it knocks him out. Later that night, a portal opens up on the planet, and masked men exit it. When they touch Dr. Evo, he wakes up and uses the traps that he had set out to take them down. He then proceeds to walk toward the portal, excited to be heading home finally. However, before he can leave, he notices another hedgehog exiting the portal. When the hedgehog steps out, he finds that it is Knuckles the Echidna. Seeing the quill in his hands, Knuckles asks him where he got it. Dr. Evo realizes that this may be his only chance to get back to Earth safely, which is why he quickly offers to show Knuckles the way to Earth. Meanwhile, in Seattle, Sonic, who has become a self-proclaimed vigilante, watches as police chase after a group of bank robbers. He uses his super speed and manages to jump into the robbers' van and knocks the robbers out, leaving him alone with a hostage. When Sonic tries to stop the van, he discovers that the brakes have failed. While he tries to regain control of the vehicle, the hostage tells him that a bag full of bombs is next to him. Still not worried, Sonic dumps the bag into a garbage truck and successfully saves them from getting blown to bits. Just when he thinks the worst part is over, the hostage once again points out that he can hear another bomb in the van. Sonic realizes that he has accidentally left one bomb in the van. He plucks it out of the window and into a sewer. As the bomb explodes, it causes the sewer water to burst out onto the streets. He does not get the time to inspect the damage, as the man starts screaming since they are about to crash into an ice cream truck surrounded by people. Knowing that he needs to act fast, Sonic uses his speed to unscrew the van, leaving only the bottom intact. As the vehicle comes to a stop, the man screams at Sonic, telling him that he is a horrible hero. Sonic rushes back home to Green Hills and sneaks into his room, trying not to make any noise. He opens his drawer and pulls out a map of all the safe planets. He picks up a feather hidden inside. Since it belongs to Longclaw, Sonic tells her that he misses her. Once he places the feather back inside, Sonic lays down to get some sleep when he is attacked by their dog, Ozzy. Just then, Maddie joins them and reminds Sonic that he is supposed to meet her husband Tom for fishing. Soon, Sonic finds himself in the middle of the lake holding a fish hook. When Tom tries to talk to him, he realizes that Sonic has fallen asleep. Deep in sleep, Sonic falls into the lake. Once Tom pulls him out, he shows Sonic a newspaper article mentioning his adventure last night. He tells Sonic that he destroyed an entire city block, endangering many people's lives, claiming that he needs to wait for the moment when his powers will be needed for the greater good. Once Sonic agrees to be more responsible, they head home where Tom and Maddie prepare to leave for Hawaii to attend Maddie's sister, Rachel's wedding. Excited to be able to rule over the house for 48 hours, Sonic takes full advantage of their absence and goes all out while wreaking havoc in the house. Not far from him, another portal opens up and Miles Tails' powers steps out. Tails claims that Sonic must be nearby as he makes his way towards the Wachowski household. Meanwhile, Sonic receives a call from Tom and quickly cleans up the house before he picks up the call. He assures Tom that everything is okay. In Hawaii, Tom hangs up the call, trusting Sonic to be responsible. Back at home, Sonic settles in with Ozzy to watch a movie when all of a sudden, the lights go out. He then hears someone at the door and gets up to check. Assuming that it is the pizza delivery man, he is surprised to see Dr. Evo outside. Sonic immediately prepares to fight him and goes in to punch him when Knuckles jumps in between them and punches Sonic, knocking him into the wall. As Sonic tries to defend himself from the echidna, they end up tearing the house apart. Soon they find themselves out in the front yard where Knuckles lures Sonic into using all of his power to attack him. However, despite his best efforts, Knuckles is far stronger than him, and he pins Sonic against a tree, claiming that he is about to restore the ultimate power of his people. Hearing this, Sonic realizes that Knuckles has got the wrong guy. However, Knuckles does not believe him since he is Longclaw's apprentice. He reveals that Longclaw and his people have been sworn enemies for ages. Before he can respond, a patrol car breaks through the fence and Tails pops his head out. He tells Sonic that he is on his side. Sonic quickly gets in the car and the two of them drive away as Knuckles continues to chase them. Tails reveals that Knuckles is one of the most dangerous warriors in the galaxy and the last of his kind, claiming that he is obsessed with finding Master Emerald, an ancient relic that grants its user the ultimate power and the ability to change reality to its will. No matter how fast they drive, Knuckles seems to be able to catch up to them. This is when Tails comes up with a plan as he drives the car off a hill. He then grabs Sonic and flies them towards safety. Knuckles, who could not fly, is left with Dr. Evo, who suggests that they should join hands to find the Master Emerald. Once he agrees, Dr. Evo contacts his accomplice, Agent Stone, and starts coming up with a plan. On the other hand, Sonic and Tails arrive at Wade's house, where Sonic realizes that Longclaw left him clues on how to find Master Emerald using the map she gave him. As soon as Sonic touches the map, it emits a light, and Longclaw's hologram appears in front of them. The Wise Owl reveals that she was tasked with keeping the Master Emerald from falling into the wrong hands. Since she is gone, she claims that the responsibility has now fallen on his shoulders to protect it. Finally having a purpose, Sonic tells Tails that he is going to Siberia, which is the first clue provided by Longclaw. That night, Sonic and Tails trudge through the heavy snow, cold and lost. When Tails suggests that they should go back, Sonic points towards a bar, claiming that humans are usually very welcoming. However, as soon as they enter the bar, they realize that things are not the same in Siberia. At the same time, Dr. Evo tracks Sonic's location and tells Knuckles that he is in Siberia. As the two of them leave to find Sonic, the Hedgehog and Tails settle into a table and order a beef stew. When their order arrives, Tails tells the waitress that she has got their order mixed up. This does not sit well with her and shouts something in Russian. Suddenly, the men at the bar pick the two of them up and are about to throw them into the fire pit when Tails shouts, "Pivonka." When Sonic asks him what it means, he reveals that it is a way to resolve disputes, claiming that if they win, they will let them go. To their surprise, it turns out to be a dance fight. Sonic turns to leave, but notices the waitress picking up their map. He realizes that they have to win the dance battle for them to get to the map. As the men in the bar begin dancing, Sonic and Tails try to dance as well, but fail to coordinate. Knowing that they have to win, Sonic plugs his own music and tells Tails to follow his moves. As the two of them dance their way to victory, they manage to get the map and decide to spend the night there as well. In the morning, with the skies being clear, Tails flies Sonic towards a secret temple hidden in the snowy mountains. Inside, they come across a giant owl gate with foreign writing on it. Tails translates it and reveals that ages ago, a strong group of warriors known as the Echidna Warriors forged the 7 Chaos Emeralds into the most unstoppable weapon ever created, known as the Master Emerald. With it, a single warrior could defeat entire armies. Believing that no one should have that kind of power, an order of heroes recovered the emerald and swore to protect it from evil. The two of them then walk deeper into the temple and discover a giant owl statue that Sonic manages to activate. The owl hands him a compass that will lead them to the Master Emerald. Just then, Dr. Evo lands in the temple along with Knuckles and his drones. Sonic quickly creates a distraction and tells Tails to fly up while he uses his speed to get down from the mountain. Despite his speed, Knuckles manages to catch up with him. He tells Sonic that he has lost everything because of him, claiming that his tribe was on its way to defeat the last of the Owl tribes when his father stopped him from joining them, which would be the last he would ever hear from his father. Hearing this, Sonic realizes that both of them had lost a lot that day. When Tails appears behind Knuckles, he throws the compass towards him, telling him to catch it. However, before Tails can grab it, Dr. Evo jumps in the middle and catches the compass, knocking Tails unconscious. Sonic picks Tails up when he notices an avalanche headed their way. Meanwhile, Knuckles and Dr. Evo leave the mountains, but Knuckles is impressed with Sonic's loyalty to his friend. On the other hand, Sonic calls Tom, who is in the middle of the wedding ceremony, and tells him to open a portal for him using the ring he had given him. This is when Tom realizes that he mixed up the rings, when he was teasing the ring bearer about losing them. Before Rachel's fiancé can put the ring on her finger, Tom is forced to interrupt her ceremony. When her fiancé refuses to hand him the ring, he punches him before opening the portal at the altar, causing Sonic and Snow to fall out. While Sonic is trying to explain what he has been up to, Rachel's fiancé Randall captures him. To everyone's surprise, it is revealed that Randall and all of his friends are part of a top-secret organization called GUN, which has been tasked to protect Earth against extraterrestrial threats. When Tom tries to argue that Sonic is not dangerous, Randall has him arrested as well. As Sonic, Tails, and Tom are taken inside the hotel, Maddie finds Tails' bag filled with his gadgets. She comes up with a plan with her sister to break them out. Inside the hotel, both Rachel and Maddie use Tails' gadgets and manage to free Sonic, Tails, and Tom. On the other end, Rachel reunited with Randall, who confesses that during his mission, he truly fell in love with her. As they kiss, Knuckles and Dr. Evo arrive on an island where they manage to insert the compass into the sand, causing the ocean to part and reveal a giant maze that they need to get through before they can reach the emerald. At the same time, Sonic tells Tom and Maddie that he needs to protect the Master Emerald alone. As he heads for the green light emitting from the emerald, Tails tells Maddie and Tom that Sonic will need their help because he does not know what he is up against. When Sonic arrives at the island, he uses Sonic speed to run on water, despite his fear of drowning since he does not know how to swim. Once he reaches the maze, he realizes that Dr. Evo and Knuckles have almost reached the emerald. Sometime later, Knuckles and Dr. Evo find themselves just a few feet away from the Master Emerald. While Knuckles is busy admiring the emerald, Dr. Evo sneaks up behind him, intending to take him down when he least expects it. However, his plans are once again interrupted by Sonic, who joins them in the room. Sonic tells them that they will have to get through him to reach the Master Emerald. Angry, Knuckles attacks Sonic, who puts up a good fight against the warrior. While the two of them are busy fighting, Dr. Evo climbs up to the emerald. When Sonic notices him, he tells Knuckles that Dr. Evo is stealing the emerald, but the echidna refuses to believe that the evil genius would betray him. However, Dr. Evo begins laughing, mocking Knuckles for being naive. To their horror, he picks up the emerald, causing the maze to collapse. As he rushes away, Sonic and Knuckles are left to find a way out on their own. Sonic manages to get away, but he notices that Knuckles is stuck underwater. Not wanting to leave him behind, he jumps into the water and pulls Knuckles out. This time, as Knuckles swims to the surface, Sonic loses consciousness. When he opens his eyes, he discovers that Knuckles has saved him. The Echidna warrior asks Sonic how he managed to enjoy life again once he lost everything. Sonic reveals that he found new friends and family that he cares for. Meanwhile, back in the city, Wade, who had caught Agent Stone helping Dr. Evo with his evil plans, ties him up to a chair. However, when Dr. Evo with his newfound powers arrives there, he takes Wade as hostage. Agent Stone then points out that they are surrounded by gun agents, but the evil doctor is not deterred. He goes outside and uses his powers to break apart all of the weapons that the organization had brought along with them. Maddie and Tom, who were watching everything from the sidelines, realize that Dr. Evo is building something bigger and worse than anything they have ever seen before. Not far from them, Tails rescues both Sonic and Knuckles and flies them toward the city where Dr. Evo's plans have already begun to take shape. Dr. Evo creates a metal monster larger than anything they have ever seen before. Each of the hedgehogs uses their powers and attacks Dr. Evo, but is unable to cause him any real harm. Sonic tells them that they need to combine their powers to take him down. However, when Dr. Evo starts firing missiles at them, Sonic tells his friends that he is going to distract the Doctor since he wants to take him down. Knuckles claims that they will take this chance to attack the metal monster's weak spot and take it down. As Sonic begins to lead Dr. Evo away from the city center, Tails and Knuckles sneak inside where Knuckles knocks the emerald out of him. During this, Dr. Evo's attacks injure Sonic, who falls to the ground, not far from the emerald. As he tries to reach for it, Dr. Evo goes to crush Sonic under the metal monster's foot. Before he can do that, Maddie and Tom grab Sonic and begin driving away. At this point, the evil doctor knocks their van upside down, causing the emerald to shatter in Sonic's hands. Seeing this, Sonic starts to lose hope, claiming that they might never be able to defeat Dr. Evo since he is a failure. Despite this, Maddie and Tom hug him, assuring him that he has not failed anyone. Suddenly, the broken Chaos Emeralds awaken and give Sonic new powers that make him stronger than any of the hedgehogs around, turning him golden in color. With his new powers, Sonic flies up to Dr. Evo and destroys the metal monster. When the evil doctor begs him to have mercy, Sonic knows better than to let his guard down. With one final blow, Dr. Evo goes down along with his creation. As Sonic returns to his normal self, he, along with Tails and Knuckles, decides to form a new alliance and promise to keep the Master Emerald safe and away from getting into evil's hands again. A few days later, things return back to normal for all of them as Maddie and Tom accept Sonic's new friends into their little family. Their return to normalcy starts with a baseball game that Knuckles enjoys to the fullest. At the end of the movie, Agent Stone, who had been forgotten in the middle of the chaos that Dr. Evo had caused, poses as a soldier to avoid getting captured. It is during this time that he overhears Commander Walters receiving information about the discovery of a secret research facility, which Walters recognizes as the one housing Shadow the Hedgehog. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.